continue our plenary sessions with Associate Professor Alexander Sodatenko from Shevchenka National University, Chernihiv, Collegium of Chernihiv, Ukraine. Professor Sodatenko will explore the intersection of artificial intelligence and creative education. He presents today using the power of artificial intelligence in fine arts. Professor, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Dear organizers, participants, guests, good day. Done. I'll share my screen.
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I send you greetings from the Taras Grigorovich Shevchenka National University, Чернігівський Collegium and Department of Art Disciplines. And I sincerely thank you for the opportunity to participate in International Scientific Conference, Higher Education, Traditionals, Values and Perspectives. So, as you said before, my topic is using the power of artificial intelligence in the fine arts, and I chose the topic of the report not by chance, because it's closely related to my courses where I teach computer graphics for students, the fine arts, decorative arts, restoration specialty. In the 21st century, digital arts is undergoing a revolution thanks to the introduction of artificial intelligence. Contemporary artists use AI not only as a tool, but also as a co-creator, changing the idea of creativity, authorship, and aesthetics. AI is playing an increasingly important role in development in digital art. In recent years, AI-based technologies have been actively used to create works of art, including in the visual arts, allowing artists, designers, and creative professionals to open new horizons in creativity. With the increasing availability of technologies such as neural networks, generative models, and algorithms, artists can create an art that was previously inaccessible without high technical knowledge. The topic of AI in art is especially relevant in the context of the modern digital revolution, when technologies influence all spheres of life. On the one hand, this allows us to break the traditional boundaries of visual art, and the other to ask new questions about authorship and the role of creativity. The idea of using algorithm in art not new. Algorithm art emerged in the middle of the 20th century when artists began using computers to create graphic and artistic forms. This was the stage of searching for ways to combine programming and creative arts. In early 1916s, artists began using programming to create abstract drawing and graphic images. They used algorithms to create figures, shapes, color schemes, and abstractions. With the advent of generative art in 2000s, algorithms have been evolving faster to new technologies. Generative art involves the creation of creative products where automated processes play a key role, often using machine learning and neural networks. Here you can see some leading researchers and artists who have been actively working on the topic of using AI in the visual art over the 5 years. These researchers and artists illustrate the wide spectrum of approaches to integrating AI in art, from academic analysis and systematization of studies to direct creative practice. It can be stated that, according to most scientists, AI in visual art is the use of machine learning algorithms to create, analyze, and modify artistic works. AI can generate new images based on given parameters, stylize existing works in different artistic styles, analyze and interpret artist styles and trends. In a creative context, AI acts as a tool that expands the artist's capabilities, allowing them to experiment with the new forms and styles. automate routine process, focusing on the conceptual part, create interactive and adaptive works that respond to the view of the environment. As example, is the world's first robot artist capable of creating portraits and sculptures. Ida, who was created in 2019, is able to draw and paint thanks to high-tech cameras in her eyes, complex AI algorithm, and specially designed robot arm. Okay.
My artwork is a portrait of Alan Turing, the brilliant British mathematician who laid the foundation for modern computing and artificial intelligence. The portrait has a fractured and layered quality, reflecting our current fragmented and multifaceted worlds.
Well, there have been many artists called non-artists, right from Matisse and Picasso and the like, and they seem to have fared history pretty well by being called a non-artist. Is it art? Well, that's up to the audience to decide. Our focus is an ethical arts project that explores the current beginning of the Fourth Industrial Revolution.
Okay. So the next example is the art group Obvious, which uses neural networks to create painting that sell for hundreds of $1,000. And Obvious is a French collective whose use algorithm to create art. Their work focuses on the new tool available in the field of AI and how they can be used for artistic purposes, playing with the uncertainty inherent in new technologies and proposing diverted applications that go further than a simple request to existing data. So I want to show you another example, please. Okay, and another example of an eye is in the visual art is the Refik Anadol, a media artist working at the intersection of AI, architecture, and data visualization. So his well-known project is Machine Hallucination, is based on large arrays of visual art analyzed by a neural network. He transformed his data into abstract images that are projected onto large surfaces like museums, building facades, and exhibitions have been held in contemporary art museums in London, New York, and Los Angeles. So,
I'm Refik Anadol. I'm a media artist and director. dream was for me to understand what does public art mean and how I can, as a media artist, explore the uncharted territory of technology and its impact on our humanity. I wasn't inspired from recovering data and making understanding. I was much more inspired about
some problems with YouTube. Hold on.
I'm Refik Anadol. I'm a media artist and director. The dream was for me to understand what does public art mean and how I can, as a media artist, explore the uncharted territory of technology and its impact on our humanity. I wasn't inspired from recovering data and making understanding. I was much more inspired about making the audience aware that there is this data that we leave behind us. Like these machines, social networks, everything around us is recording data. But are we aware of this? Do we have the capacity of being aware of this? Since the beginning of my journey as an artist, almost 9 years ago, I was very focused on how to tell the invisible story of data.
Okay, and another example is Anna Riddler, an artist who combined art and science. So she created unique projects based on her own data, fit into an AI system, and one of the most famous works is Mosaic Virus, where the system generated images of tulips based on the financial data of cryptocurrencies. Her approach criticized the impersonality of AI, not in the importance of human input. So, let's try to show you.
My name is Anna Riddler and I'm an artist and researcher based in London. I work a lot with new and emerging technologies. I'm really interested in systems of knowledge and how knowledge is formed and kept. For the past 6-7 years now, I've been working a lot with machine learning or artificial intelligence. So Mosaic Virus is a really important piece for me as part of a larger series of work to do with tulips and speculation. The piece itself that is being shown here is the 2019 version, which is a 3-screen installation. Each screen is displaying a single tulip, a flower that morphs and shifts across time, and that kind of the appearance of the tulip is controlled by the price of Bitcoin. One of the things that I want to do with this piece was to kind of link the historic phenomenon of tulip mania, which is when tulips were essentially a speculative asset.
Okay. So the technical implications of using AI in the visual art are a hot topic among artists, lawyers, and researchers. One of the main concerns is copywriting. AI creates work that may be similar to existing works of art, infringing the rights of the authors whose styles or images were used without consent. This raised questions about plagiarism and transparency. Should artists disclose what data or platform they used, and whether AI-generated art can be considered original? So, Taras Grigorьевich Shevchenka National University Чернігів Collegium also uses AI in teaching students in the fine arts, decorative arts, restoration specialty. When studying the discipline computer graphics, students master the content model, modern technology and artificial intelligence in computer graphics, which consists of 6 topics: that consider a wide range of issues. In addition, students actively use ChatGPT from OpenAI and DALL-E, a model capable of generation images based on a text queries during practical classes. By the way, the name DALL-E is a portmanteau of the name Wall-E, a cartoon character from Pixar, and the Spanish surrealism artistic Salvador Dalí. Unlike previous version, the update DALL-E 3 has become available directly in the ChatGPT, but only owners of a paid version of the chatbot can use it. However, for those who want to test DALL-E without subscriptions, there is an option to use the neural network through Big Chat and Big Image Creator from Microsoft. You can also create images directly in the Microsoft Edge sidebar. The next example is a Midjourney platform, which allows you to create images based on the text description using AI, that is, generate images on a Discord. However, Midjourney is not the only neural network capable of generation an image from a text description. So, C-Art is a free AI generation that makes art accessible without requiring any professional skills. Using the power of advanced AI technology, C-Art combines image creating and editing in one, allowing you to easily create high-quality works. All you need to do is describe your idea in text, and in a matter of seconds, the art will be able to generate many effective and high-quality, high-definition images. According to scientists, in the future, an eye in the fine arts will be developed in the following directions. Interface development. AI will become even more intuitive and accessible to all levels of artists. Human plus AI collaboration will be a dominant trend in design, illustration, game design, education, and AI. The emergence of courses, programs for artists with the integration of AI as a creative tool, art as a service. AI tools will be integrated into commercial platforms. Legal regulation. In the future, the adoption of clear international norms on AI in art is expected. So, we must remember that AI doesn't replace the artist, but become his powerful partner, expanding creative possibilities and rethinking the very concept of authorship. So, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Sodatenko, for that fascinating exploration of artificial intelligence's potential in arts education. Your presentation beautifully demonstrates how emerging technologies can enhance rather than replace the human creativity.